Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 9 CapCut tricks that you can actually use to speed up your editing workflow in CapCut. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with a CapCut feature most people don't even know about, and that is editing shorts in CapCut. Now, if you're still editing your shorts the old way of dragging in your long form videos, changing the aspect ratios and sifting through the highlights and probably generating captions, then you are actually wasting time, because now CapCut can actually watch your long form videos, analyze through it, and come up with the best highlights for you. It can also even create captions for you automatically. Now, in order for you to use this feature, all you simply need to do is to come to this CapCut section that says long videos to shorts, and then you simply drag in your long form videos. Then you select the duration. You can select up to 3 minutes, and then you click on get shorts. Now, CapCut automatically analyzes your videos and come up with the best highlights for you. Now, let's say for example, you still want to do more tweaking to what has already been done, or maybe you still want to add extra features. Well, you can simply click on this edit button, and CapCut is going to drop everything inside the main timeline. And then from there, you can continue your editing to edit your video the way you want. Now, this alone saves you a huge amount of time if you're the type that is creating maybe Instagram or whatever reels you're creating. But unfortunately, this feature is for CapCut Pro, which means for you to use this feature in CapCut, you need to be a CapCut Pro user. But if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can actually use CapCut Pro features completely for free. Alright, so moving on to the next trick, we have what is called Subprojects. Say for example, you're working on a new project, but you still want to use some of the, let's say, effects or layers, or maybe some of the cuts you used in your old project. Now, to some people, in order to use this, probably would end up exporting the old video, then bringing it into the new project, and then start trimming it to get to the point you want. But in CapCut, there's actually a feature that's called Subproject. Now, what this does is that it allows you to import your old project into your new project. Now, to use this feature, let's say for example, you want to import your old project into your new project. First thing you need to do is to go to your old project and select everything, turn it into a compound clip. Then you close the old project and then come to your new project. Then you go to the section that says Subprojects. Now there, you simply click on import. Now you can find the old project that you just turned into a compound clip. Now we can now drag it into the main timeline. Now, in order for us to actually open it to be like this one here, we simply just click on the undo compound clip. Now you click on it again, you have to undo it twice. So you undo compound clip, and now you have your old project in your new project. So now you can tweak some things, maybe delete whatever you want to delete. That way you don't have to start from scratch again to recreate the whole thing. Alright, so moving on to trick number 3, we have what is called presets. So say for example, you edit same style of videos over and over again. Well, presets actually saves you time instantly. Like in my case, I always have this talking head which is in circle that happens to be my head. Now, what this means is that in every of my video, I have to recreate the circle, which is a lot of time being wasted. Now, in order for me not to be repeating this process of recreating the circle, I can simply just select this section and then turn it into a preset. This also works for you. Let's say, for example, you learned a new trick, or maybe you learned a new text effect or a new whatever stuff you learned new, and you don't want to recreate them all the time. You can simply just save them as presets and reuse them wherever in your project. Now, to get access to this saved preset, you just come to this section that says import, and you're going to see where it says my presets. So you just click on this place, and then you can find all your saved presets. That way you can simply import it in any of the projects you're working on without having to start from scratch to repeat all the process again. All right, so moving on to trick number 4, we have what is called templates. Now, most people actually misuse these templates, and in some cases, some people don't even consider templates a time saver. But in CapCut, template works best if you're actually creating reels. Maybe let's say, for example, you saw a very nice video with some cool transitions. You can simply just bring in that same video, remove the footages in the video, and then just add your own without having to start from scratch. So this saves you a lot of time, and it also works best if you're creating some ads. Now in template section, you can just come here and then you just search for ad videos, and you can see a lot of ad videos that you can use as templates to just create your own. All you simply need to do is to just remove the old footages there and then add your own, and within minutes you already have your own videos ready. So this is one of the huge advantage of templates. Now if you want to use template in CapCut and you come to this section and you cannot find the template tab, there are two things you can actually do to make this tab appear in your template. Number one is for you to actually update your CapCut, or you simply turn on VPN and then set the location to maybe United States, and then this option is going to appear in your CapCut. Now you can use template to save yourself a lot of editing time. All right, so moving on to trick number 5, we have what is called trim with transcript. Now this is where editing starts to feel unfairly fast, because instead of cutting your clips by just sifting through and then using the trim tool to cut your clips, you can simply do this by simply deleting words, because now CapCut lets you use transcript to edit your videos. All you simply need to do is to click on this section that says transcript. CapCut analyzes your footages and comes up with the whole transcript. Now you can now delete sections you don't want just by deleting text. You can delete all your pauses, all your repeated words, all your fluffs, all your mistakes, everything without having to be scanning through your whole videos in order for you to trim your videos the way you want. So this is a huge time saver when it comes to editing in CapCut. All right, moving on to the next trick, we have shortcuts. Now, if you're still editing your videos by hovering your mouse through your screen, then you are actually wasting time in 2026, because editing your videos by using shortcuts in CapCut is no doubt one of the easiest ways to cut down your editing time in half. Now, to simply master these shortcuts in CapCut, all you simply need to do is to click on this section, and then you're going to see all the shortcuts in CapCut. But if after mastering this trick and your editing timeline still feels a lot slower, then probably you're not using this next trick that I'm about to show you, and that is proxy editing. Now, using proxy in CapCut might seem like a little tweaking, but the cool thing about this is that it allows CapCut to create a lighter, lower resolution preview of your footage. So that way your timeline plays smoothly while you edit your videos. Now, to turn on proxy in CapCut, all you simply need to do is to come to this modify section, and then you go to performance and you turn on proxy. Now, you can set the resolution of which you want CapCut to reduce the quality of your videos. That way your video tends to play a lot smoother while you're editing your video. So in my case, I always leave it at 720, but you can decide to go lower to 540, whichever works best for you. CapCut respect that. So once you're done, you just save your work, and now anytime you drag in a new footage into CapCut, CapCut automatically creates a proxy file of that footage, and that way your editing feels a lot faster, and this time it probably would not lag again while you are editing your work. All right, so moving on to trick number 8, we have what is called built-in shapes. Now, we all know previously in CapCut, to use shapes, obviously you need to go searching the internet looking for shapes that matches your need. But now CapCut has this option where you can actually select shapes inside CapCut. Now, to use this feature in CapCut, all you simply need to do is to come over to the sticker section, and there you're going to find the option for shapes. Here you can select whatever shape you need for your project, and if you feel like the shapes you have here still doesn't meet your need, well, you can simply select this option that says custom, and there you can draw the shape the way you want it. Now, the sad thing about this is that you still cannot animate the shape like you would in other professional tools like After Effects or Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, but you still cannot animate the shapes like you would in those professional tools. But in order for you to actually animate the shapes, you simply turn it into a compound clip, and now you can animate the shape like you previously would animate all other shapes you've been importing into CapCut. Alright, so now we've made it to the last trick, which is trick number 9, and this is what I would call free export. let's say for example, you're done with your editing and at some point you happen to use some of CapCut Pro features in your work. Now, when you want to export your videos, obviously because you're using the Pro features in your work, you are going to be hit with the CapCut paywall that tells you you are using some of CapCut Pro features. Now, in order for you to bypass this CapCut paywall, the first thing you need to do is to close your project. Now you come here and you have to duplicate your work. Now, the reason why you are duplicating your work is because if you start this process that I'm about to show you, let's say for example, in the middle of the process, something happened to go wrong. If you don't have a backup, obviously you're going to lose your whole work. So that's why you're actually duplicating your project first before starting this process. All right, so once your project has been duplicated, the next thing you're going to do is to come select all the work, select everything in your project, and then turn them into a compound clip. Now, once you've turned them into a compound clip, the next thing is for you to now click on this option that says pre-process. All right, so now that you selected the pre-process, the next thing you're going to do is to now, if you're using Mac, you simply click on your keyboard, just hold the command button and space, and the spotlight search is going to appear. Now, if you're using Windows, you can actually click on this Windows search button and type in user data. Now you click on the search button in Windows and you type in user data, but if you're Mac, click on the spotlight search and you type in user data as well. So once the user data folder appears, the next thing you're going to do is to select the folder called project. Now in this folder, you're going to see 3 folders, but you need to select the one that has the .draft at the end, which is the center one. Now there's 2, the other one has the .draft, but the one you're looking at for is the leave editor .draft. Just this one that has the leave editor .draft. That's the one you're going to select, not this one with template, this one. So when you select it, you're not going to look for the name of the project that you just converted to, that you just pre-processed. Now in my case, this is the project I'm working on, so I'm going to select it, and then I'll look for the folder that's called resources. And then in resources, now in some cases you're going to find more than 3 folders, but in some cases you're going to see 3 folders. But even at that, the folder you're looking for is a folder called combination. So you select the combination folder. In combination folder, you're going to see 2 files. Now in these files, you're going to look for the one that has .mp4 at the end, not the one that has the alpha.mp4. The one you're looking for is the one that has the .mp4. So that's the one you're going to select. So once you select it, you're going to drag in the footage back into CapCut. Now you can drag it on the timeline, and then it's going to ask you to replace the old footage. Just tell it yes, and now it replaces it. And now you can now export your video for free from CapCut. So now you've used all the CapCut Pro features and still export your videos for free. Alright, so now we've made it to the end of this video, and I believe now that you know about those cool tricks, obviously your editing workflow is going to increase 2 times faster. And so if you find this video really helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, then hit the subscribe button, and until next one, peace.